we know, Terry had a fantastic year last year, and what he did to Diego Magdaleno was not, was not an anybody's. I don't think many people thought he was capable of doing that in that sort of style. It's just lucky that he believes in himself, and that his trainer Steve has done an absolutely fantastic job with him, and he's improving in every fight. Magdaleno was mandatory #1 challenger, so as far as they're concerned, he is #1 in the world. And you've got a guy who I believe is capable of being a reigning champion for a long time. But there is a guy to my left who will obviously want to put his point across on February the 13th, and win a world title himself. Derry Mathews is I wouldn't say a veteran of the sport, but he's been there and he's been around and he's done it. He should have had his world title shot last year. If it wasn't for another governing body being dishonest and not keeping their word, then he would have had that WBA title that he's currently sitting in Manchester should be sitting in Liverpool.
It's a great show. It's a great fight. It's one I'm looking forward to. It's a rematch short of after prize fighting, and I don't lose rematches, especially against Manx. And I've got a habit of beating Manchester fighters for titles, for big titles. I beat Steve Foster Jr., beat Anthony Collins as well. So this time it's going to be a third time, and it's going to be for the full genuine world title, and it's one I'm looking forward to doing.
Thanks, Derek. Terry?
I'd just like to say, I think Derry's kidding himself. Who thinks he's beating me? He's got no chance. Beat him in prize fighter when I wasn't even a lightweight. Now I am a genuine lightweight, stronger, bigger, fitter, faster, strong, even tougher. I know fine well. Come the 13th, I'm going to be victorious by stoppage.
What happens if you don't stop me in the later rounds?
I can do the later rounds, I've done them before.
Yeah, but you just said you're going to stop me. So what happens if you don't stop me?
I won't stop you. I promise you I'll stop you.
Derek, why would it be different this time? I know there's a prize fight, why would it be different?
Because it's 12 rounds.
Yeah, my last two fights haven't gone more than 2 rounds. You know what I mean? That's what I've stopped it.
That's why I'm saying because it's 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Because after 3 rounds, it's a different fight.
I'm the fittest man on the planet. There's no one fitter than me. That's what I do.
All fellas fitter than
I
you.
train harder than anyone. I spar harder than anyone.
That's why you're punchy already. You've only had a handful of fights.
That's why I what?
You know what?
You've had 4
spar every single day. Sparring.
I know.
Fighting. So stop
Well,
saying
you're not
spar.
sparring, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Why would I?
From when I give you a pace then.
Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. If you're going off sparring, right? I've never won sparring in my life. But if you're going off sparring to fighting, you're just completely deluded.
You know, what I'm saying is, I spied you when I was a young boy now, man. You're what are you 32? You're getting on now, you're bringing hard fights. Young, fresh, fit, hungry, and I'm going to prove that on the 13th.
So you're going to stop me? You're going to stop me?
Yeah, we'll see, yeah. You'll go on your shield, but you'll be stopped, trust me.
Right, what round? Pick a round.
Sure.
Pick a round. Pick a round.
Nah, you're right.
Pick a round. You can't be that confident you're going to stop me, but you're going to walk round.
Yeah, I'll tell you in the final press conference.
Do you see yourself as more of a 12-round fighter now?
Yeah, after 49 fights, I should hope so. But listen, we can fight. I can fight 20 rounds, but it's about what you're doing in the 36 minutes, what counted. I've got to make it count on fight night. I've got a game plan with Danny Vaughan, but we'll stay too, and I believe we'll win the fight. Last Christmas, I was on holiday and I got a call to say, cancel, you're going to have to come home from Mexico, and I couldn't get a flight home. I had to train out there, go and find the gym. And then he pulled out once, and he pulled out again. Then I was meant to fight Barossa. Thank God I never. I had to fight Barossa. Barossa swapped up fights because he couldn't get a visa. Then he sent Tony Ruiz, who was another tough opponent. So I had to deal with him for the interim title, and I got told I was fight for the full world title, if not get rewarded the full world title. He never stuck to it. Then they asked me, now do you want to fight the semi-final? So I didn't see a point in fighting for the semi-final when I could fight for the final, and you know, financially and stuff, it was better to fight for the full final, and you know, where I am, to fight in my own city on a good show with unbelievable talent on the undercard.
We always said we'd make, you know, get Derry a world title shot. After the first conversation we had probably 2.5, 3 years ago now. That, you know, that's one thing that we would guarantee him. Thought we'd managed it last year, like I said, but the WBA are sometimes a rule unto themselves. So fair play to Terry for coming over to Derry's home city and putting it all on the line, because you know many people would expect go away from home, let alone come across from Manchester to Liverpool. So
30 minutes.
I'm not talking about the petrol price.
It's only me and him in the ring, isn't it?
It's very true, but I'm sure there'll be a great partisan crowd here, and very much looking forward to it. It'll be a great night.